Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Cowboys will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Sooners offense will start this game off. Oklahoma State got a rare but most satisfying close victory the last time they saw the Sooners.
And it was such a big game for the Pokes, and you got to feel great if you're their coaching staff, watching how their team responded late in the game when it was on the line. They were able to...
Oh, he's got some space! And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. It's a seam wide open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! The Sooner scooter doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas, just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't eat too much and don't, you know, fall over in your seats.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma State's offense will have its first possession of the game. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Looking downfield on first down. He'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ford. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. The Cowboys have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cowboys moving quickly to the line. On the move, it's Paul. Makes it past the marker. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Cowboys kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Cowboys pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Caught in the backfield, it's 4. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete. It's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Cowboys want to move quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down from the 36. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Cowboys will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man to the left. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's McIntyre. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. When you face a blitz on 3rd and 1, there's a chance for a big play, but they didn't get rid of the football.
No, and you blitz because you're thinking, I got to stop the run. I got to make sure they don't get 1 yard. And the offense tries to sneak it in there, be a little bit tricky. The defense has none of it and gets a huge stop on 3rd down.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the pistols firing on offense. Looking for space. It's Cross. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Cowboys want to pick up the tempo.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Oklahoma has dominated this rivalry, guys, so much so that it almost seems like just a relief to the Sooners when they win.
Up to this point, Reese, no doubt, Oklahoma, they have owned this series against their in-state rival. But, David, you know, in rivalry games, you've got to throw the records out the window because of the emotion that's played on the game.
So much emotion, so much hatred. You throw it out because, listen, you got nothing to lose. Everybody expects Oklahoma to win this game every year, so...
Turning it on! Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's 4. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try to pop the draw. Gets it past the marker. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. This rivalry dates back to 1904, and the story goes, guys, that the ball got loose once, rolled down a hill, went into a creek, and both teams went in there and fought for it.
And isn't that just what rivalry should be about? We'll fight you. We'll meet you anywhere, in a creek, wherever. We know, Jesse, Oklahoma State, they don't like each other.
Put your face in the fan, put your face in the creek and get that football. I love that. And this really is a storied tradition between these two schools. You don't necessarily have to be from the state of Oklahoma to appreciate that when Oklahoma State plays Oklahoma, man, that is must-watch TV.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Iowa State is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there in Ames, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 21 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12 or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They'll run the screen. On the move at the 30. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10.
29 Philly.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Bedlam Bell on the line, and already the Sooners and Pokes have given us some impressive moments.
And the Sooners will boot it away to start the second half. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And the Cowboys are in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Trying play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Sooner offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Cherry. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And, boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Sooners come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Catch in the middle. It's Cherry. Stop just inside the 30 and the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. The Sooners are on the move. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Hauls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Hey, quarterback, dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the 3 ball gives us a tie. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets to return her on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Sends him back in motion. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Paul. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Cowboys want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. They'll try to run for it. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Quarterback making adjustments. They try to get it outside on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defense's speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football. It looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. On target over the middle. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Quick completion on the out route. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Iowa State is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there in Ames, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 21 to Notre Dame.
Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. Special teams proving to be special.
And how fast did this momentum just completely flip? Your defense gives up points. You're down by a touchdown, and your kickoff return unit in the 4th quarter, when you needed a play, comes up with a huge play, and now you are 1 point away from tying this game. Or do we roll the dice and try to take the lead?
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Fires to the big fella. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Cherry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Back open in the middle. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long.
3 and 25.
Looking to fire. Gonna let it fly. Hits him in stride at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They go to the ground. Jumped on top of the pile. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ball game. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. What a show both of these teams